Your Majesty, a young southern monk named Giddleforth seeks an audience.
Giddleforth? He's writing a book and
He's writing a book and has a small request. I can vouch for his seriousness.
Sounds boring.
But Your Majesty, Gilderforth has traveled hundreds of miles to see you. Can you not grant him a moment of your time?
No, I'm busy.
Of course, Your Majesty. Gilderforth will be devastated, but I'll tell him to head back to his monastery.
Can't wait to read his book.
Oh, Gilderforth is trying to write a complete history of the kingdom. I doubt it'll be ready until long after we're both dead.
Wow. That was depressing. You're bringing me down, Archbishop. What a buzzkill. The kingdom's in great jeopardy, and the council's calling for the monarch's inner circle to resign. We need to increase the pressure. If the monarch's in a weak enough position, they've got no choice but to bow to our demands. No more interfering spy master, no more marshal or chancellor or treasurer. A whole new inner circle, all made up of counts. For the next stage of their scheme, counts must lower authority to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Charge. And when you charge, go, "For Gittlefirth!" Alright. Auctions. Just to remind anybody, exclamation fund, the one you want to pay for, followed by the amount you want to pay for it. It's an auction. Only 2 can win. So, exclamation fund A for 100 would take 100 of your dollars. Let's see. Arctic wants to buy F, the Grand Bazaar, which would increase trade and benefit me for $1. And there's a fortress for improving the military for $1. I mean, frankly, you people are quite the penny pinchers. I believe the last funding round went by with, what, $20 and $5 winning? This is all for me. Okay. That's fair. You have to vote now. Oh, E, F. Just the snipes. Alright. So Unknown Lulls and Bloody Master with the snipes get trade and a monument. Dang. Like some eBay veterans in here. Let's see. Yep, counts are still rebelling. As they do. About your heir, I've never been so interested in my life. Your marriage to What's-Her-Face has grown stale. Oh, you get along well enough. You've made some good memories together, but there's no spark. She cares more about maximizing profits than your happiness. But spark or no spark, you still need an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. Rebelling without wanting to anymore, I think. Yeah. Just, you know, one of those, like, half-hearted rebels that you do sometimes. Actually, that happens in the US quite a lot, it seems. Oh, sorry. I got political. This game brings it out of you. Let's see. I'm very happy, thank you. Your happiness isn't important. Fulfilling your duty to the kingdom is. But I'm glad you found a way to do both. You've done well so far, but something's still missing: an heir. However, securing an heir is impossible while the kingdom is at war with itself. Defeat this rebellion, and then, and only then, is it worth looking to the future. I will talk to you again when the realm is at peace. I can't make out with what's-her-face until the rebellion is over? Alright. Ooh, like... Last time it went well to go to the rebellion first and then the opening strike. You know, do things backwards. Mix it up. At long last, the counts have reached their boiling point. You are confronted in your throne room by Conte Punk Radical. Your smile is sharp as a scalpel. As the ultimate, well, you know. I see. The counts of the East will bring you down, pretender to the throne. We will rise up and fight for Matilda, the true queen. Authority is credible, stability turbulent. This is a formal declaration of war, and the next time we see each other will be on the battlefield. Seize them. Come along now, traitors, get the chop. What? But you can't do this. I'm an envoy. See? See how the monarch's tyranny grows worse by the day? Ability is lawless. Your watchmen waste no time. Conte Punk Radical is dragged out in the courtyard and their heads struck from their shoulders. I didn't expect them to move so boldly, Your Majesty. Conte Punk Radical has died. But Punk Radical 2 is here. What are our chances against the rebels? Pretty good. The counts aren't exactly a military powerhouse. I hope they don't persuade any other regions to join their rebellion. That would be disastrous. How did things get this bad? Well, the leader of a rebellion is Count Mr. Moosh. His reason for the uprising, he's citing your history of petty transgressions against the counts. Urge to murder rising. Yes, Your Majesty. Hold on to that feeling. You'll need it. So this is it. Civil war? That's right, Your Majesty. The kingdom is divided. There will be a lot of death and suffering before this is all over. I can't wait. I'll go dig out the trebuchets. I do love a good rebellion. Best part is I can blame this all on Punk Radical. He's dead. It's been a long time coming. Over 300 years ago, the East was conquered, but before that, we were our own rulers, with a lineage of monarchs stretching back 1,000 years. The glory days. Indeed. And that's why we must rise up. By placing Matilda on the throne, we will reclaim what we have lost. But first, we must decide on tactics, my fellow counts. I ask you, how shall we strike first? Sounds like a count-only vote. We can launch a preemptive strike against the chiefs to cripple their military capabilities. If we suspect the Grandees may join our cause, we can call them to war, but they'll be more likely to join us if the monarch's authority is low. We could also call upon the church to condemn the monarch, or finally, you could send off an assassin to nip this in the bud. Alright, votes. A, B, C, D. Launch a preemptive strike for A. Call upon the Grandees, B. Petition for support of the church, C. Or D. Send an assassin after the monarch. Let's see. Military role, 0% chance. Do not vote A. I mean, or vote for A. Like, I just wanted to point out this 0%. I'm down for it, but let's see. Punk rock, are you still here? Are you upset that I decapitated you? I only decapitated you a little. It was a joke. It was just a prank. All right. So Moosh with the assassin. Classic Moosh. Thank you for meeting with me at such short notice. The sum you offered piqued my interest. You understand why the sum is so high, though. Yes, you want me to assassinate the monarch. It's no trouble. I am a child of the Viper. You have the gold, and the person you want dead, they are dead. Get it done. You have 2 weeks. End season. Back in the north, Chief Unknown Lulls is hosting yet another feast in his clan hall. Clan hall. Not clown hall. Clan hall. I take my threats seriously, I swear. Mead is being passed around in good measure, and some chiefs are dancing on tables. Can only mean two things: really good news or really bad news. Orm! Pass me the drink, you old lout. I'm drinking until my ancestors feel it. Were those ice giants I saw on the way through your lands? We really done it. Your eyes don't deceive you, pal. They'll be marching with us come the morrow. And by Grahala's beard, did they come out in force. We must have really impressed them with our reports of the kingdom's bounty. Military is terrifying. The gods are good, but what happens after the ice giants march? Acts of my ancestors, I haven't thought about that. Someone fetch me another drink. Out of my thinking stein. Then assemble the other chiefs. Quickly, damn you. Arctic joined after you started a bromance with Orm, sadly. Oh. March with the giants to devastate the kingdom. All you have to do is lower stability. I'm not sure you can do it. One's pretty high. There won't be much left of the palace after this, but we'll build a new one, bigger and fancier, with more bones. More bones! Ale sloshes all over the floor as Chief Unknown Lulls teeters on the edge of a bench. One is really high, right? One is the largest number. And I can prove it. 2 is really just 2 ones when you think about it. It's like saying you've got the largest pumpkin and you show up with 2 pumpkins. I'd call you an idiot. So 1, biggest number. Biggest there is. Anyway, either way, we'll sort it out when we're done pillaging. For now, let's party. We do need to make sure the kingdom is sufficiently unstable, don't forget, or they'll unite and repel us. Ice giants or no. For the final stage of their scheme, the chiefs must keep stability at 1 or less for 1 full season. For 1 whole season, you say? Sorry, Monarch. After Orm is on the throne, you'll be his husband. I mean, Orm's pretty beautiful. The kingdom is burning. Like, I just really like the eye makeup. Like, the band tattoo across the eyes. I'm into that. The kingdom is burning. As the counts march their troops across the country, the monarch struggles to put out the fires. A secret meeting is being held. Deep in the south, in the back garden of a sun-bleached villa, a number of Grandees crowd around a figure, raising their arms in a toast. Here's to the future King Asimo, and the golden age on the horizon. I mean, Asimo's pretty beautiful too, not gonna lie. It has already begun. Merchants and peasants alike know we're the best option for a safe and bright future. Trade is a monopoly. May the ninth god strike down the false monarch for their wickedness. You have good genes? Yeah. Judging by Asimo, they're waist size 52. Soon the Inquisition will be complete, and the Archbishop will crown our claimant. But what should be done with the monarch? Burn them at the stake, lower stability, or show mercy and at the exchange of abdication, lower authority. Really? Oops. Yeah, I was gonna say. Like, that seemed like the nicest gesture I've seen all night. I think it will be randomly picked between the two now. Bloody Master ones. Yeah, lower stability. Burn me at the stake. A glorious way to usher in the new king. The ninth god will surely be pleased. First, the current monarch's grip on the kingdom must be at an all-time low. We wouldn't want to face any backlash from our little fireworks show, would we? For the final stage of their scheme, the Grandees must keep stability at 1 or less for 1 full season. I get an achievement if you burn me at the stake? Do I get an achievement if I get my Ragnar's rocked? Just curious. Let's see. I can't tax the rebelling. I'll bribe you a little. Bribe for the Grandees. I mean, I don't want my treasury to go too low. You need that to buy back stability at the stability store. Let's see. Power, we have the money. Just keep this alliance under control while decreasing stability. You know, it's not looking great for me. Something's wrong. The night like any other. You're lying on your monarch-sized bed alone. Your wife is sleeping in another bedchamber. As is often the case, the troubles of the kingdom are keeping you awake, especially the rebellion. How could the counts betray me like this, keeping me from making out with what's-her-face? For once, though, your insomnia comes in useful, as it allows you to hear the slithering under your bed. Honor Guard! Your honor guard posts themselves outside your door every night. You call for them to come in and investigate the suspicious noise. There's a monster under my bed. Upon hearing your shouts, the northern warriors burst into the bedchamber, their axes at the ready. What's the matter, your majesty? There's something under the bed. One of your northern warriors suppresses a sigh, kneels down, and looks under the bed. Come to think of it, that guy kind of looks like my dad. The warrior rears back, roaring in agony. An enormous black serpent has lunged out from beneath your bed and sunk its fangs into his face. Within moments, the warrior has dropped dead, foaming at the mouth. The huge snake uncoils, pulsates, and abruptly transforms into a hooded human figure, a knife clutched in one hand. For a moment, your surviving honor guard can only stare in shock. Protect your monarch! Your honor guard and the assassin engage. Somehow, the lone killer downs several of them in an instant. Though they receive only superficial cuts, they're already convulsing with foam dribbling from their lips. Eventually, the assassin is cut down, but not for your northern warriors have been utterly decimated. The few survivors die within a few hours, also foaming. Your Majesty, are you alright? No, I am not. Calm down, Your Majesty, the danger has passed. If the assassin had caught you sleeping, you'd not be talking to me now. You should thank the ninth for your insomnia. I just saw a snake turn into a man. Yeah, I heard the rumor that the children of the Viper could turn themselves into snakes. Till now, I thought it to be mere superstition. I need some time to process this. Of course. The council stop at nothing, even murder to bring you down. Thank the ninth for your honor guard. May they rest in peace. Things could have gone very differently. You killed your northern military leader, Snake. Or our northern military leader. I mean, he had a sweet... Yeah. I'm gonna miss them. They were very unimpressive, though, from beginning to end. Mustering an army. Along the eastern border, a few campfires are dotted across the hills. Some soldiers mill about randomly, looking scared. The Count's troops are gathered, but it's distinctly unimpressive. This is the best force we could muster, is it? No. As a matter of fact, this is only the beginning. I've considered several proposals to further bolster our army for the trials ahead. Okay, you can conscript peasant levies, call upon a holy order, or the existing eastern armies will be enough. Count vote. Moosh, I think you're the only voting count we've got. Are you going to do a thing? B. Holy order. Military up, faith down. Oh, no, I misread that. Peasants. Military up, farming down. The East has a long-standing tradition of sending our peasants off to serve as human shields for our real soldiers. The counts pull peasants off the fields and thrust spears into their calloused hands. This will mean a few bad harvests for sure, but the East can survive that, right? Excuse me. Alright. A great battle. Probably should have done that one before I raised your armies. Vast armies darken the landscape like shadows of clouds. Flags are flying, drums are pounding, and the rhythm of the marching boots. The kingdom is gripped in civil war. At least, that's what you imagine. Most of your time is spent in the safety of your palace, poring over a giant map with your marshal. Let's go, says Applerponk. Your Majesty, the army of the East is advancing on the capital, led by that treacherous cur, Count Moosh. I've received word from the commander of our loyalist forces in the north. If they march now, they'll intercept the Counts in a matter of days. Alternatively, they could join forces with the armies of the south. It's risky, but together, they'd have a higher chance of defeating the accursed counts. What are your orders, Majesty? Just east, north versus east, straight on. 9 is bigger than 4, right? Very well, Your Majesty. I'll relay orders to Chief Arctic Phoenix 25, the commander in the field. Hopefully, they'll do as they're told. God knows treachery can thrive on the battlefield. You wouldn't do that to me, would you, Arctic? Hey, there you are! We have our orders, but should we follow them? Let's see. Follow orders, fight the rebels, defy orders, link up with the Grandees, or hang bat, let the rebels march on the capital. This is a chief vote. Unknown laws, following orders. Thank you, thank you. I do appreciate the murder on my behalf. Arctic. Waiting a little while. Ooh, a bottle of water is here. And you landed on the counts. Yeah, you look very vampirific. Voting is closed. Unknown laws. Follow orders. The whole city holds its breath. You stew in your palace, waiting for your marshal's return. Finally, she bursts into your throne room, drenched in blood and sweat of battle. Marshal, report. At dawn, we drew up in battle formations. It was all very orderly at first, Your Majesty, but after the trumpets blow and the cavalry charge, it's nothing but blood and screams. Anyway, after the red mist lifted, I appraised the situation. The eastern line was breaking. They were fleeing from the field. Yay. It was a total rout, Your Majesty. Your loyalists scarcely taking a scratch. The 9th is with us. Alright. Take that, Count's army. Back down to nothing. Huzzah! This is only the first battle, Your Majesty. We haven't won the war. The Eastern Army is scattered all over the countryside. It will be months before they can regroup. This gives the Grandees time to bolster their troops. All comes down to the next battle, Your Majesty. The fate of the kingdom hangs in the balance. We will prevail. That's the spirit. Now, I really must be going. I have a lot to take care of. Oh, you've just joined just in time to get slaughtered. Yeah? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Things aren't looking great for the Counts. Both the other factions are trying to lower my stability to 1 or less. And by the time I click this button, they will have done that. Oh, they have done that. Hey, call for unity. I don't... yeah, sure. I can raise stability if more than 50% of nobles vote for any one option. Yeah, well, to be honest, it was there before. Oh, and it looks like, I'm about to get my Ragnar's rocked. I don't know what the tiebreaker is. It might be like the military strength of the winning thing. Maybe it's just the highest numbers, combined wealth. I'm not sure. It's another day of poring over maps and battle plans with your marshal. It's hard to remember the last time you did anything else, and yet, just when you thought things couldn't get any worse. 50-50. I think both schemes are completed. Yep. That's nice. Probably whoever has the best stats. Well, you know, now I don't know. Your Majesty, you won't believe this. Let me guess. ice giants? She stares at you blankly. Yes? Ice giants, they've entered the Crown Lands just last night, according to my scouts. And the chiefs, they've abandoned us. This must have been their plan all along. If they want to fight me too, they can. Your Majesty, we can't take them all on, but there's one thing we can do. Count Mr. Moosh and the rebels may just agree to a truce. If we're invaded by the ice giant, there won't be a kingdom left for anyone. Then we'll send our best diplomats. Hey, bottle of water, how would you like not to lose immediately? You might have a chance. I will fetch the Chancellor, then. Ninth, preserve us. You know it's a bad choice? No, it's gotta be good, right? Don't listen to him. His name's Blue. He's one of the baddies. The next week is agony. Every second that you spend waiting for Count Mr. Moosh to arrive, the giants cause more damage to the capital. Nevertheless, you are patient. When the counts finally arrive, they bring the whole battalion, clearly fearing a ruse. I'm surprised you came calling for us. You must be desperate. I won't fight for free. Crown Matilda as queen, or we'll let the giants do their worst. Can't have my kingdom. There's nothing else to bargain with, Your Majesty. If you decline, I walk. You know what? Yeah, you know what? For my dead body. Like, if I just... I don't know if I'm just choosing between victors there, but it seems really rude to have somebody complete their scheme just for me to be like, you know what? I'm giving it to them. So Chiefs win? I hope not. I'm still kind of new to everything that's happening here. More than a few hands reach for the weapons as you say the words. Just as it looks like a fight will break out, a horn sounds in the distance. All heads in the room swivel towards the source of the noise. Someone is outside the walls. Everyone rushes outside, all previous hatred forgotten, and is greeted by an extraordinary sight. Giants are outside your walls, and they've already demolished any soldiers unlucky enough to be stationed there. Count Mr. Moosh's mouth opens in stunned silence as he realizes his army has been decimated. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to join the City Watch in defense of the city. That might... like... maybe I can help? It does some good for them to see you up on the ramparts, but morale can only last so long in the face of impossible odds. You put up a valiant effort, but the giants burst through the gates with their bare hands. Your officers don't stand a chance. You run through the city, lungs burning from the smoke when Chief Unknown Lulz finds you, a sadistic grin on his face. Aha! There you are! A valiant effort, Your Majesty, but not enough. You fool! You've destroyed half the kingdom. Don't worry. The frost of war will melt and a new spring will come with the Northern Monarch. And a great big throne made of bones. Ha 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 ha. The Bone Throne. Is that what we're calling it? That's when you see it. Rising out of the mist like a lighthouse with anchors for hands, an ice giant looms behind Chief Unknown Lulz, who wears a terrible grin. The flesh feaster awaits, Your Majesty. As Unknown Lulls turns away, the giant approaches, picking you up with its hand as if you were a discarded piece of cake. You shut your eyes and pray to the ninth god that ice giants don't like to play with their food. Oh, would that be the end then? Monarch Smugsworth's glorious reign ended in the giant's stomach. The next day, Chief Unknown Lulls picked through its droppings in search for a crown. Gross. The Counts, led by Mr. Moosh, launched a rebellion that accomplished nothing, besides distracting the monarch while cunning schemers took the throne. The Grandees continued to throw accusations of witchcraft and heresy at their enemies. Everyone gradually learned to ignore them. Oh, you're a little late, Berserker. Once the war with the ice giant was won, the chiefs were heralded as the saviors of the kingdom. Orm was crowned amid much pomp and ceremony. Any whispers that the chiefs had arranged the giant's attack were squashed with extreme prejudice. Ugh. Monarch Smugsworth, giant food. Monarch Orm takes the throne. Alright. So, that was fun. And I've got some caffeinated tea here. Let me chug this real quick, and we could do another round if anyone's interested. I know Berserker Zhang showed up right at the end there. I hear a yes. I hear a GG.